thank you for... Hello, Anthony Navarro with Colorado Shooting Sports. I would like to talk to you today about how to prepare to take our tactical rifle class. You're going to need a minimum of 6 30-round magazines for your rifle. Again, that's the minimum. That means if you bring just 6, you are going to be slowing down the class and you are going to be burning your thumbs out constantly loading your magazines. So if at all possible, try and bring 10. You want to bring them all loaded. So again, unlike our tactical pistol class where I have you show up with all your empty magazines because we haven't shown you how we want you to handle your guns yet, I do expect you to come with loaded rifle magazines for rifle class. You're going to need a way to carry the rifle. So think about the sling for your rifle as the holster for your pistol. So if you take a look here, when I'm not using this rifle and I need to just be paying attention or doing something else, I need to be able to let go of it and yet still retain control of the rifle. So I want you to make sure you bring the sling for your rifle, have it attached, and have the appropriate sling attachment point, which brings me to the custom, the AK-74 rifle packages that we were doing. If you bought one of these and you're getting the free rifle class, the sling attachment point on the rifles is here and here, which means if you come with the sling attached and you let it go, it's going to flip the rifle upside down and be hanging off your body like this, which as you can see is not ideal. So it's a free service, but if you bought the rifle from us, go ahead and bring it in, and I'll be happy to move your sling attachment point from here to here, which will allow you to mount a single point sling. And so from here, you can actually do transition work to your pistol and back to your rifle. And if you notice, it just lays on the correct side, and it allows you to quickly get back on the rifle. So make sure you have the correct sling attachment. I would like you to bring gloves because these things get really, really hot. It was not uncommon for me doing counter ambush drills in certain classes to burn the glove into my finger. So you can imagine what it would have been like without a glove. So bring gloves because these things get really hot. The brand that I'd recommend, and they're really inexpensive and they work great, are the Mechanics brand of glove because it's really thin, so it just barely covers your hand, which allows you to get your finger into the trigger guards without this like big winter glove thing, which is probably going to set the rifle off when you don't want it to. So again, pick those up at like Lowe's or Home Depot. They work out really, really good. I need you to bring a knife to every class you take from Colorado Shooting Sports. You're going to need it for either TACMED or other classes, but I highly recommend a knife because you're probably going to need it. And you should just get used to carrying around this very useful tool anyway. I need you to come with your rifle cleaned, lubricated, and sighted in. So that means these iron sights right here, I want those sighted in for 50 yards. Or if you're bringing a rifle with optics, I need you to have your iron sight sighted in as well as your optic. I understand that some people don't know how to sight them in. Please bring it by the store. I'll be happy to sight in your rifle for you. Even if you just bring it sighted in, just a rough general approximation of sighting it in, that's going to save us time because when you show up with a rifle that's not sighted in, you're wasting your fellow students' time, you're wasting my time, so it helps us out a lot to have you show up with a sighted in rifle. We are going to sight them in anyway, but it's just going to cut the amount of time we spend doing that. Your rifle can be a .22 caliber rifle like this M&P 1522 here. You can bring 5.56, 5.45 AK, 7.62. Heck, you can bring a 30-30 underlever or you know, if you want, lever action gun. I really don't care. We're going to show you how to run your gun the best that you possibly can. Bring quality ammunition. Don't bring reloads or junk ammo because one, blowing up your gun's probably not on your list of priorities, or blowing up your face, or wasting our time because they're going to be looking at me with a broken gun, but you want to keep class going, and we might have all the rental guns rented out. So make sure that you come with quality ammunition. You're going to need a way to carry these magazines on your body. So I'm going to go through a list of ideas and possibilities you could do. This right here is called the subload. And so the magazines, and these carry anywhere between 2, 4, or 6 magazines, but this strap right here basically attaches to your belt, and then these attach to your leg. so that when you need a magazine, you just grab it and it just comes right out. So that's a possible option for you. This next chest rig, it's actually about, I don't know, about 35 pounds of magazines and medical gear and tools. But when I put this on, it's very, very light because of the way the straps and the suspension system is designed. As I put this on, it actually distributes the load so well, it doesn't even feel like I'm carrying a lot of weight, but we're carrying medical gear, tourniquets, magazines. There's a big administrative pouch in here. I'm carrying tools and extra equipment there as well. But what's really neat about this chest rig is, if you notice, I got it on really, really fast, but I can also get out of it really fast as well. You know, i.e. meaning you're stuck in a vehicle or something's on fire, which is never a good thing. You can get out of it real quick. So I can just pop these two little buttons right here, pop the next one, and it just falls right off. So I like that one a lot. That one's fairly expensive, so let me show you one that's a little bit less expensive. Same manufacturer, same quality construction. But here's another one that works very much the same way. Carry rifle magazines. It's got a big zipper here for a big pouch. It's even got extra room here to mount other things. And again, I can very easily get out of that chest rig as well. Here's one, again, same manufacturer, but a little bit cheaper. Actually, a lot cheaper. These cross over the same way. This is actually set up for our trauma medical kit. It's exactly the same size as that kit. Your ability to carry extra magazines. It's also got a big administrative pouch in there as well. But as you can see again, you can get out of these very, very easy. Some people have a profession that requires that they wear body armor. And I think it's a great idea that if you hear a loud noise at night and you're potentially going to a gunfight, I think it's probably a good idea to wear armor. So I'm a big fan of this idea. And so you can actually mount this soft body armor. Again, some people might want to wear these for class because that's what they carry at work. Or if you're going to be, you know, potentially using that rifle for home defense, it might not be a bad idea to learn what it feels like to move around in that, so you're not putting that on for the first time about 5 seconds before your gunfight. But this will stop pistol bullets. You can see it's really soft. It'll even stop buckshot, though that probably won't feel good. But we also have hard inserts coming that'll stop any rifle round, and those are going to be arriving very shortly. But here I'm going to combine the two things. So I'm wearing armor, and now I have rifle magazines, so I can have all of this available to me. And again, all of this is very easy to get out of. So that's just another thing to throw out there because some people are going to be wanting to bring that stuff. Oh, here's another one I really like. I was turned on to this company about a year ago, and this is called a War Belt, and this is about 19 pounds, though it actually feels like no weight at all because it actually sits on your hips. And as you can see here, I have the ability to carry a pistol, extra pistol magazines, and 6 additional rifle mags. So you can kind of see that it's very, very comfortable. I could actually probably go do sprints with this thing, and it works out really, really well. So we have these in stock as well with the ability to carry extra magazines as well. You're going to want to bring a pistol because we're going to be showing you how to do a lot of transition work. And again, transitioning from the rifle to the pistol, if you run out of ammo or have a problem, I want you transitioning to your secondary firearm. And as you can see, the single point sling, the secondary weapon is all coming into play. So you're going to have to bring a pistol, roughly 50 to 100 rounds of ammunition, a holster, magazine pouches. I also want you to bring lunch and bottled water because this is a class that we're going to pack a lot of information into roughly a 10.5-hour class. Not only do I want you bringing water, but I want you bringing hydration salts. So you can see this is a Gatorade brand, but there's lots of them out there. But if you're just slamming water, you're losing really, really important electrolytes, and you're just going to get more exhausted mentally and physically, and it's just going to spiral out of control. So make sure you bring some of that. It's really, really cheap to get this stuff. Bring a baseball cap because as you have a dozen or 24 people on the shooting line, there's going to be a lot of brass flying through the air, and if you get it between your glasses and your skin, it can cause a pretty severe burn. So I would bring a baseball cap for sure. Bring a cleaning kit and tools to adjust your brand of optic. It's not going to look too cool if you're sighting in your rifle and you're like, wow, I have no idea how to adjust that, and what tools should I use, sir, and all that kind of crap. Bring your tools for your gun. Bring a cleaning kit for your gun, because there might not be somebody else on the line with your brand of gun. Bring eye protection, ear protection. Bring sunscreen. It's going to get hot during the day, and we want to make sure that we have that on our bodies. If you're going to show up to class with an optic and a Burr grip and all this stuff hanging off the gun, make sure you properly attach it and Loctite it. We've had a couple people show up to shotgun and rifle class, and in 30 minutes into class, they have the embarrassing experience of having their optic fall off or their quad rail fall off, and it was not properly installed or Loctited. So if you have any question about that, or you want us to install that stuff for you, by all means, bring it in the shop, have us do that. Just don't wait till the day before, because we're probably going to say no, because we have other things to do at that point. Remember, when in doubt, just bring all your gear into the shop. Bring your chest rigs and holsters and rifle and slings. Bring all of it and just dump it on the floor in the shop, and I'll be happy to sift through it and see what's going to work for class. And so that way we're not having problems on the day of class that you paid for. Let's do it on my time for free. Next up, we've changed our refresh policy for rifle and shotgun and advanced pistol class. If you've previously taken our tactical rifle class, you can take it again for $100. Here's the catch though. You have to bring one of our tactical pistol class alumni that has not taken the class yet, and they have to pay full price to get into class, but you save $100 doing that. So make sure you find somebody out there that wants to take it, and we'd be happy to get them into class. Let's take a look at our rental guns, because there's or actually, let me take a look at something here. This rifle right here is a stock gun running stock optics, and this one right here, and you're not going to believe this, but this rifle is one of two of them bought by a 72-year-old couple that are taking rifle class, and they wanted to keep the weight as light as possible. So we did a little sight rail here and the optics, so they didn't have to go with one of the heavier quad rails, which I think worked really good. But for their personal, that's going to be their personal gun, and they needed it to fit their lifestyle. That was a custom option that we did. Every rifle that you see here is a rental gun. So you can rent any one of these. You just make sure you have to ask for it, because they go pretty fast. So starting with this guy right here, that's our AKS-74U Krinkov. That's one of the most popular, well-known rifles out there. This has been filmed and YouTube videoed all over the world, so that's available to rent. If you want to shoot just a really fun gun, or if you're a small-statured girl or guy, it's a very, very light, very fast-shooting gun. This is the same caliber gun, a different caliber gun, same type of gun, but it just shoots a little bit more powerful, a little bit harder kicking around. This right here is our AK-105B, and this is actually running the XS sights. So if you want to run an AK, but you don't want to run an optic, that's an option for you, and it's also a very light gun. These two guns right here are pretty interesting. The one to the right is our original prototype gunfighter, AK-74, and the one to the left is a current production gun. That's actually my personal gunfighter AK, and those are both available to rent as well. Right over here we have an M&P 1522, and again, if you have one of those and want to take rifle class and do it on the cheap, that's the way to go. And right over here we have a full auto 14-inch barreled M4 rifle, and so that little machine gun is available to rent as well. That thing is absolutely a tack driver, and it's a fun gun to shoot. So again, if you want to rent any of these rifles, it's $60, and it includes the rifle, 6 magazines, a chest rig, and then obviously ammunition must be purchased from us to run through our rental guns. So again, come prepared for rifle class. And if you have any questions, give us a call at the shop at 970-395-0664. Visit us on our website at coloradoshootingsports.com. And for the latest up-to-date information, friend Colorado Shooting Sports on Facebook. We literally are doing gun specials and class specials every other day, it seems like, on Facebook, and trying to give really relevant, up-to-date information as well. So we look forward to having you in rifle class, and thank you very much, and we look forward to having you out. It should be a fun time, And we're going to have some record-setting classes this year, so make sure you sign up and learn how to use this very valuable tool in a very troubled time in our country. You're going to need to know how to use a rifle. Thank you very much, and have a great day.